What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is World's Luckiest People. I'm keen for this one. Would you say we're lucky?
Depends what you describe as lucky.
Very true.
I think
everyone's lucky.
We're all lucky to be alive. We're in a good position.
This is getting deep now.
Well, we are. Everyone's lucky to be alive.
100%. It's one of them. I think you go through stretches.
The thing is there's people worse, there's people better.
I think you just go through
You're
stretches.
lucky to be in the middle.
Definitely. Oh, go on, I didn't mean it like that, but you just talked facts.
And just talked split facts. Yeah.
He's just spit facts.
Here I come to bring you back down to earth.
Yeah, well I think on this one, like, okay, day to day, do you just get lucky or are you unlucky?
No, I'm unlucky day.
But the thing
I'm telling you now, my luck is not on my side day to day.
Do you know why you say that though? Because you mainly remember the unlucky moments. It sticks in your brain.
No, this week has just been. No, nothing good has happened to me this week. Apart from, like, when you think about it, like, deep down, obviously, like, waking up is lucky, but day-to-day things, nothing has gone right for me this week.
Wow, that's deep.
It's been a crap week.
Oh, wow, that is very deep. Are you ready to get into it? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Smash the like button if you enjoy this content. Smash the subscribe button as well. And let's check out World's Luckiest People, because apparently we're unlucky. So, I mean...
No, we're not.
We're not. Oh, YouTube censor not extremely lucky and stuff like that. But in terms of Davis week, apparently it's been. I've been ill this week, so I guess we've been unlucky. Yeah, I guess so. Let's get straight into it. World's Luckiest People. What we got?
Really are favored by fortune. If you've achieved your dream of owning a shiny new sports car, the last thing you want is for a truck to crash into it. Thankfully, this guy was around at just the right time. It's really not easy working in a kitchen. Accidents are bound to happen, but they become tragedies if a whole pizza's dropped.
Target neutralized.
The last thing you need when you're working out is for your equipment to break. Had he been in the wrong position at the wrong time, things could have gone sour. But in this case, the timing was just right. Even the simplest technology is out to get us. This garage door didn't want to go down, so the worker tried to force it, and let's just say things didn't exactly go to plan. I was close, but not close enough.
Why did he try to catch
It's easy for things to go wrong when you're skiing. What's not easy is walking away from your mistake looking as cool as this person did. Sure, he plowed straight into the snow mound, but then there was the front roll and the march through to seal the deal. It seems as if there are two ways to win a game of Jenga. You either play carefully so you don't make any mistakes, or you use this guy's method. It's very impressive, but it shouldn't have worked. I have no idea what job it is they have, but one thing I do know is that the guy in the front is in the wrong profession. This guy could have taken an unexpected dip in the lake, but instead he pulled off an impossible save and actually came out of it looking cooler than he did to start off with. We all know the iconic bullet dodging scene from The Matrix, but that's just fiction, right? It couldn't happen in real life. Well, I believed that until I saw this happen. That was close. Did you know bowling balls could split in half? Me neither. But despite his misfortune, he still managed to get his strike in the end.
Oh, that is
There's
lucky.
A fine line between great stunts and...
Watching me is I've just decided you create your own luck.
Well, you do, because if I don't go and play bowling, then I'm never going to be unlucky at bowling.
I don't know about that, because I didn't mean like that, because I've seen you try and bowl and it's nothing but gutter ball.
They don't let me have the ramps.
They don't. But
it's not my fault.
The idea is, I guess, with the Jenga one, doing that move, if he didn't nail it, he wouldn't have got the look for it to land nice. You know what I mean? You kind of create the baseball one. If he hadn't have backed up, he wouldn't have had the look of. So he's created his own look. The bowling one, if he hadn't have say in the centre.
Yeah, it's not like luck as in like he made himself dodge that ball.
Yeah.
That's not luck, because it was going to hit him otherwise.
The luck is it hasn't hit him, but he's done an action to try and get out of it.
If he hadn't have moved, he would have been hit. So it's not like it's a force of luck that's just upon himself.
It's a bit of both, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's lucky that he did get through that little gap.
But then maybe you could say it's lucky that he saw it coming and managed to move.
That's skill though, isn't it? Is it not?
That's not really skill.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It must just be you create it. You know what I mean? You've got to do something correct. Sometimes you do get blind luck.
Luck would be like the car situation, because he wasn't
the one
there. Stopping it. He wasn't there. It was lucky that his car didn't get hit.
Someone else noticed it. Yeah, definitely. But I guess someone else has created that look for him, I guess.
No, you're reading too much into
Let us know in the comments what you think about it. I think I'm quite on that.
Horrible accidents. This snowboarder found that out the hard way. I'm not sure whether to call that the trick of the century or the world's luckiest landing.
That's luck.
Stuck
This
it.
rapper was lucky enough to be on a stage when this magical moment
That's
happened
awkward
to
if
him.
people-
At least he had the option to keep his hat the
What?
second time round. This may be the only time anyone ever dropped something and felt happy about it. That could have been the end for that phone, but instead it was given a second
Wow.
chance in the luckiest
See,
way
that is
possible.
lucky.
Yeah,
Ping
'cause
pong
you
can be
might not
pretty
call that.
competitive, but there's not much you can do when you've got a broken arm. Just one well-placed ball whizzing off the edge of the table and you're done for. Or you could just pull off an amazing trick shot like this. We all know that to avoid being eaten by an animal, sometimes it's best to stay still and calm. And other times, you should run. But as this man demonstrates, you never know which one it is until you really need it. You wouldn't think scraping ice off a sidewalk would be a very dangerous job, but that's because you don't live in Russia. Things seem to function differently over there, and this is the perfect example of that. Some people take their jobs more seriously than others. Anyone else would have dropped this box on the floor and left it there. Not this woman. She's better than that, and has the skills to back up her dedication.
That's cool.
Sometimes Mother Nature lets us know things in ways we could have never imagined. Just make sure you pay attention to the first warning, because the second usually
Oh
isn't as
my
kind. These
days.
Chinese bridges are designed
Oh,
to
no.
terrify people by making
Never
them
doing
feel like
that.
they could fall through, but they're actually perfectly safe. Well, yes, until the
What?
safety cord slips off the harness. This guy had a seriously lucky escape. When you hear the phrase
Wow.
perfect timing, this isn't usually what you picture, but you can't deny that's exactly what you've got. How do you check if it's safe to ski down a frozen river? I don't have an answer, but I do know this isn't the way. At least they made it. I just don't know how. Any normal person would be mopping up the floor if this were to happen to them.
Nice
Luckily
catch.
for her rapid reflexes kicked in at just the right time to avoid that from happening.
very
It doesn't
full
matter how many
shells.
times you practice something, it's bound to go wrong eventually. But you better hope that when that time comes, you have as much luck as this guy. Not even the movies have happy endings like that. It must be exhilarating to stand at the top of a snow-covered mountain. It must be even more exciting when you almost create your own personal avalanche to get caught in. Well, terrifying first,
Yeah,
then
screw that.
exciting when you realize you're still standing. Here's a kid discovering he has a unique talent. I don't know what else to call it. Nobody else could pull off a shot like that, but he doesn't just do it once. He pulls it off again with the very next ball. He seems just as shocked as everyone
now
else.
that-
This
That's
guy was
talent.
happy about it.
Right, I mean, he's not meaning to do it, is it?
No.
And is that the carnival ones as well? The
Yeah, I think
rigged
so.
ones. So he's just nailed it on the rigged ones. Yeah, he needs to be in the NBA.
His baseball skills and decided to end his batting with a flourish. But his full potential was revealed by mistake when the bat amazingly
No.
came to a standstill on its head. Then again,
That's gotta
maybe
be
it was
fake.
just a fluke. Ever walked through a store without knowing what you need? I guess the decision was made a little easier for this guy. And for the record, I don't know why there were live fish in the supermarket in the first place. Getting the ball between your opponent's legs in football is one thing. Getting it between four is impossible. I guess it was impossible, not anymore. You could say that Zeb Powell was pretty unlucky when he lost his balance in front of a
What?
huge crowd at the X Games. He
Wow.
probably never makes mistakes like that when he's alone, but he turned his luck on its head by pulling off this amazing recovery. It always
Fair
pays
play.
to be aware of your surroundings. If this man was watching the game, he'd have noticed the ball racing toward him. Even without that, he should have at least spotted the crowd of people around him ducking for cover. That was close. This guy definitely didn't think he could save those crates, and he sure didn't know he could do it in style. Unfortunately, I doubt he could do it again. This man was struggling, so his friend threw him a safety rope. Neither of them had any idea that the rope was about to become a vital lifeline.
He's climbing, he's falling, falling.
Wow.
Imagine if you hadn't put the rope on him.
This guy was trying
Oh
to show
my
off a trick
days.
shot
That is
that would have
luck.
been pretty impressive if he'd got it right on his own. Most people need incredible skills to make that 1 in a million shot, but that's not always true. This kid clearly wasn't aiming well. He misses the goal by a mile, but he was
That's like
accidentally
me.
right on target for a much more difficult shot. He couldn't have done it if he'd tried. I'm not too
was
sure
checking
who
the
the
window.
lucky one is here. The guy who wiped out on his board or the girls he nearly crashed his board into? What even were the chances of their steps lining up so perfectly like that? Nearly everyone's bucket list features some kind of wildlife encounter, but be careful what you wish for. This man didn't even know he needed to worry when he suddenly found himself very nearly inside the mouth of a great white. This is a very specific type of luck because it's amazing, but it isn't actually lucky. Luck would have meant they got the points, but getting the points wouldn't have been as amazing as what happened here. I don't know what happened to cause this disaster, but I'm glad I'm not the person who has to clean up the mess. Sometimes you do things greater than yourself. This man knows
Oh,
that
see,
feeling. He
that
couldn't
is
have done this
sick.
if he tried, but it still happened. Of
That
course,
is
some
sick.
accidents are worse than others. Like this man who lost a ski ski while in midair. That's definitely not the ideal moment for that to happen, but against all odds, he managed to turn his misfortune into an incredible stunt.
Yeah, boy.
When things were about to take a turn for the worse, he acted quickly to make sure that didn't happen. I don't know what's
Heavy
more
as well,
impressive,
probably.
his speed or his strength. Some pastimes have a little more at stake than others, but the people who enjoy dangerous sports also enjoy a tricky stunt or two. And that's great, because we
Never.
get to witness moments like this. If bottle flipping became a sport, this guy would be the first Olympic gold medalist. I don't know about you, but I can't catch a frisbee coming from behind, but that's only the first step. The more I watch it,
Alright,
the
man.
more impossible it looks. This kid was certain he'd totally missed his shot. Let's face it, that throw was way off target, but the ball had other ideas. It bounced perfectly off the rails and straight into the basket. Journalists are always putting themselves into risky situations, but none of them are like this woman. I guess she assumes she's pretty
What?
safe since she's live on the air, but not this time. I'll bet she had no idea how close that helicopter was when she took that little step to the side. This
Oh
singer's
my
crowd walking
days.
could have made him look like a laughingstock if this rogue cup of beer had landed full in the face, which you can bet was the intention of the person who threw it.
Yeah,
Instead,
right, man.
everything came together so
Still
perfectly
some in
for
it.
him that he ended up looking more cool and in control than he was to begin with. It's not every day a house falls on top of a car while you're walking past, but he didn't mind. He stopped for a moment just to make sure he wasn't caught in the crossfire, then he just kept on walking without giving it a second thought. His life must be so easy.
That's pretty mental, but it actually happened as well. Enjoy that?
I wasn't expecting that to
I
end
know.
like that.
Just half a building just coming down. Enjoy that,
That
though?
was good.
It was good. It was one of them which some were potentially you could debate whether it was luck.
Yeah.
Some were skill. Some were just complete luck as well.
Yeah.
And some were just weird and like some were weird. Some were amazing. Fair play. Do you want to check out more?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you want us to check out more of them kind of videos. We kind of do, when we do 2 videos a day, we kind of do one like this, maybe a comedy one before, and then maybe a US related or Canadian, or just a general one
Yeah.
as our second video. Smash the like button if you enjoyed it, guys. Smash the subscribe button. What should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.